Thanks for spending your day with us. I'm Gary Martin Hayes. In one of our prior shows, I exposed one of the best kept secrets in the insurance industry. And it's a secret that is saving insurance companies literally hundreds of millions of dollars each year right here in Georgia. And this money should be paid to Georgia's consumers. But like most things, if the person doesn't know they're entitled to receive this money, the insurance company is not going to come and knock on your door and voluntarily hand the money to you. Joining me now to talk more about this big insurance company secret is Sarah Jett. Sarah is an attorney that specializes in personal injury and Social Security disability at our firm. Sarah, thanks for joining us today.
Sure, glad to be here, Gary.
Okay, Sarah, let's talk about this big secret where insurance companies are taking advantage of Georgia's consumers.
Well, let's hope it's not a secret when we get through, Gary. It's called a diminished value claim. Let me explain what that means. If you're involved in a car wreck, your car will suffer property damage. When you get your car repaired, you know it will be worth less than it was before the wreck.
Sarah, I'm going to get Adam Wirt, our executive producer, to put some graphics up on the screen for our viewers to see.
Perfect. Thanks, Adam. Let's look at this first graphic. Think of it this way. You walk onto a used car lot and you see two identical cars parked side by side. One has never been wrecked, the other vehicle has been wrecked and repaired. Most people would never buy the car that has been wrecked and repaired. You don't want to buy someone else's problem.
And if you would even consider buying the car that's been wrecked, you would want a substantial discount.
That's right. Diminished value is what the market says your vehicle lost in value because of the wreck and repairs.
Sarah, how do you calculate diminished value?
The only way to do it is by hiring an appraiser to do a market survey for your car. And this is where the insurance companies are misleading consumers. A lot of insurance companies use a formula that they created to calculate diminished value. They make it sound like it's a fair and reasonable method, but it is not. Let me give you another example of how insurance companies are not being fair. Our client was involved in a wreck. After his car was repaired, the insurance company sent him a check for $496. They told him the calculated diminished value of his vehicle using their special formula. But we knew their calculation was not correct, and it certainly was not fair. So we hired an independent appraiser. His market survey showed the vehicle lost $2,235 in diminished value. The insurance company was trying to cheat our client out of over $1,700. This isn't right.
No, it's not right. But insurance companies get away with this every day here in Georgia, and it's time that we stop them.
Gary, let me point out something else about diminished value claims. You can still have a claim for diminished value even if you're at fault for causing the wreck.
Sarah, we've also been very successful in getting our clients additional money above and beyond the diminished value claim when the defendant that causes the wreck was driving under the influence. Please tell us about one of those cases.
Sure. My favorite one was where our client was driving a 2002 Cadillac sedan DeVille. The other driver rear-ended his car and caused almost $6,000 in property damage. The police arrested the at-fault driver at the scene because he was driving drunk. Our firm hired an appraiser to perform a diminished assessment. He valued the diminished value at $3,000.
And Adam, if you can put that appraisal on the screen for us now, that would be great. All right. There you see the phrase total residual diminished value, $3,000.
So this looks like a simple $3,000 claim. However, we were able to settle the diminished value claim for $26,756.67 because the defendant was cited with driving under the influence of alcohol when he caused the wreck.
That's right. The Georgia Court of Appeals in the case of Bowen versus Waters says that we can seek punitive damages against the defendant in cases where only property damage occurs.
And Gary, I know you have an entire chapter dedicated to diminished value in your book, The Authority on Personal Injury Claims in Georgia.
Sarah, that's correct. I covered diminished value claims in the book. I've even taught other lawyers in Georgia how to handle these claims against the insurance companies. Sarah, thanks for your advice and for being with us today.
Gary, thanks for having me.
If you have questions about your wreck or a potential diminished value claim, you don't have to buy my book. You can just pick up the phone right now and give me a call. You have absolutely nothing to lose by calling me, but think of all you can lose if you don't. The number is 1-800-WIN-WIN-1. Again, 1-800-WIN-WIN-1. Our legal professionals are standing by right now to speak with you. And the consultation is free. It's completely confidential. You owe it to yourself, you owe it to your family to get the help you need. So give us a call right now, 1-800-WIN-WIN-1. You can find out more about me and my law firm by going to GaryMartinHayes.com.